Hi, and thank you for tuning in to TargetedWest.com, the fastest growing conference work group in the targeted community. My name is DJ Chris. I get V2K and decided to do my own call. I'm not violent or spewing out violence, and we're just a work group trying to figure out the fourth industrial revolution and 5GW warfare. It's the 28th of May, 2023. It's now 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's 74 degrees in beautiful Lodi, California. And if you're watching this on YouTube, bitchute, or archive.org, please make a comment or like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. It really does. And our YouTube channel is growing very quickly, mostly because of the Karen Stewart interview. So if you haven't seen the Karen Stewart interview, go to my YouTube channel, and that's at TargetedWest Show is the handle for Targeted West. So check it out. Again, my name's DJ Chris. Tonight is show 61, and it's Sunday, and we're going to be talking about D-Wave. D-Wave is a company in Canada that makes quantum computers that Geordie Rose started, I believe. And Geordie Rose is the old commander or CEO. And in a speech he gave one time, which I have on my Twitter page, which is TI Club 3, you can go there and check this out yourself. Basically, he invented the fastest quantum computer that's publicly available. I'm sure there's faster. And in his speech, he said that the technology he wanted to have summon demons and capture them into the computer. So he wants to go further past the level of knowledge, the table of knowledge and everything else, and go to a new level with demons and conjure demons up to make the technology faster. Do you think he's already done that? Well, the video's on the Twitter page for you to check out. It's TI Club 3. The current system, according to their website, I just checked out the other day, is 5,000 qubits. And a quantum computer runs very hot and has to be in an environment that's extremely cool. We're talking about Kelvin's cool. And in order to keep it cool so it can think so quickly, it has to maintain that temperature or it'll crash and die. And you'll have one piece of broken hardware because it'll melt. And that's all gold. Everything in that machine is gold. The fingers, the chip base, and everything. And you absolutely cannot have any contamination, any dirt, anything, and there aren't viruses yet for quantum computers, but I'm sure there will be. And they're no fault, so they don't crash. They keep going and going and going. And these are the roots of AI. A lot of AI-based systems use quantum computers. A lot of AI-based decision-making software uses quantum computing. And so do you think that they conjure up demons? Is that true, or is Geordie Rose just making a joke? I don't know, but you can check that out. Next subject is the quantum entanglement and the quantum mechanics of the actual quantum computer. And that is part of what Einstein said was the spooky from a distance thing about quantum mechanics and how you can affect something completely 100% from a distance. In other words, you're entangling one device with another in another complete part of the world, and you can do that by matching up the two DNAs, and that's what they say quantum computing does, is mimic the DNA sequences and language of the human body, and that gets entangled remotely through what? Do you think it's scalar? I believe it is, or it's a maser. The maser that could be part of it. Whenever I talk about masers, the voices in my head go crazy. So I think I'm onto something, either that or they're playing a game. But scalar waves are based on Nikola Tesla's invention, I believe. And these are longitudinal waves that can go straight through the Earth and come out the other side with no degradation. So, of course, with EEG heterodyning and using an interference signal in your brain from the left and right side of your brain, that's how they detect your brain activity and know what you're thinking and speaking in your brain. And they, of course, according to one book I read, which is the Radiohead Protocol by Electric Angel, she claims that Dr. Puarich invented V2K and uses your facial nerves of your face, which is a secondary hearing system. And that's what was invented in 48 and put into effect in 52. My father had telepathy, my grandmother had telepathy, and now I have telepathy. Could be a secret society, could be Illuminati, could be technology people in Silicon Valley, I don't know, but they weren't really around back then. So who could it be? A lot of witchcraft goes on in the hills, a lot of occult stuff. And then the Geordie Rose demonology thing comes in. I mean, could they be conjuring up things from a different dimension in this world? So that's on quantum entanglement. The spooky action at a distance was actually coined by Einstein in 1947. So that's all the excitement for that subject matter. See what time it is. What? 6 minutes after. Next is Biden. This is a political kind of article, but it's an article. Oh, it's actually a redacted video. I don't know if you're familiar with the two people, a lady and the gentleman that run Redacted. I watch them sometimes. I don't always agree with their politics, but generally they're pretty on the spot. And they say Biden is going to create a new agency to police the internet, and that's according to a redacted video that I posted on TI Club, not TI Club 3, on Twitter, which is TI Club 3. Hey, I was right. Hey, I was doubting myself. There we go. Aloha. Hello, Glamour Girl Cat. Hello, MK Ultra. Aloha. Hello, everybody. Got a good crowd. It's full. Got a good crowd. A lot of people. I see Laura's in the house. Thank you, Laura. We'll be up in a minute or two, Laura, to do the book review. That's on Open Mic next page. But Biden and this group of congressmen want to get together and create a police force within the internet. And they want to fine you and basically make you get a license to get on the internet, from what I understand. And this is going through the House right now. I don't think it's going to make it. I think the big telecoms and computer companies and social media places are going to fight it because, you know, nobody's going to go for that. But they want to have a police force on the internet. I don't know what they call this act. It's always got an acronym. You know, it's like something like SAFE or Secure or Patriot Act or the Restrict Act or whatever. You know, it's got an acronym for, that's an acronym for a big, long, drawn-out bunch of words that are made in a word salad in the back of a DC office with two people with a hangover on probably cocaine, and they've probably been to an orgy in DC. That's the way they operate. Sorry to be so graphic. But they made up this policing the internet thing in the back room, and it's not going to work. So you might want to check that out and see what you think. That is the redacted video again. Check it out. Oh, it's now almost 10 minutes after. And the next one is Gertrude paying attention. Gertrude, are you here? Gertrude told me about this article, and it is Democratic congressman attacked by possible TI using a bat. And it was a CNN article that she gave me, and I posted that on TI Club 3, and that's from Gertrude, who's in the chat room right now. And she posted that before in other chat rooms, and gave a gander at it, which is crazy because the guy admits to hearing voices and everything. So it's like obvious. It was an Asian dude, and I believe it was a Democratic congressman that he came after, and they caught him just in time. Okay, I'm not going to do open mic yet, but I'm going to bring Laura in. Laura, I'm going to unmute you if you're ready, if you don't mind.
Okay,
Laura,
hey, what's up?
hey, there you are. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good, Laura. Laura and I are going to do the TI Book Club. That's # TI Book Club on Twitter. And the TI Book Club has 36 members now, including TI authors like Laura. And Laura, what's your new book about? It's the poetry book. Tell us a little bit about it, please.
Rambles and Rhymes of Our Times is a book for the targeted community. Just something I wrote, an account of our experiences and our things we've thought about doing, things we wanted to do, things that some of us have done. I didn't know we were talking about my book, but yeah, Rambles and Rhymes of Our Times. It's just poems that I have. It's a little poem book that I put together for the TI community.
Very good. Thank you. And the book we're going to talk about tonight is Puzzle Pieces to the Cabal, Mind Control and Slavery, Putting It All Together for Peace, Healing, and Freedom by Laura. No coincidental our Laura, but Laura Worley. And I read 5 chapters, I think, in the preface, and it talks a lot about Lucifer and the Illuminati, and she brings the military a lot. I just wonder, did you notice that, Laura, how it all interchanges?
Mm-hmm. Krista's also reading this book, and she has it at her house. So, but yeah, I noticed she talks a lot about the deep state cabal, and a lot, she brings the military. I mean, that's her experience. She brings the military into it a lot as well. So Krista might have a take on this. I've only read a few chapters as well, but this seemed like a modern day Kathy O'Brien. While Kathy O'Brien's stuff was a lot on the ground, I think this was more electronic and wireless.
Yeah, a lot of mind control, they said, remote. Yeah. A lot of people were, 60 million people have some sort of mind control in this world, country or something. Yeah.
So I kind of felt that it was more of a modern day version of that, but she does write to the survivors and the professionals, and she hopes that the information is helpful. I don't know if Krista has anything to say about it, but this book was a good one.
I can see if Krista's here. Oh, here she is. Let me unmute her. See if she'll unmute. Of course, it doesn't work when I want it. That's not. Is that Krista? Yeah, that's Krista. Well, howdy be. It's not working. We'll unmute you. We'll unmute you again. Not working with Krista for some reason, but I'll switch from Q&A mode to open mic mode. Okay, anybody want to talk? Krista, you can come in and talk about. Hey, come on in. Tell us about this book. This is the TI Book Club book that we're reading now.
Yes. If I can, I just in my experience of what I've read of this book, Laura Worley is a victim, as we all are, of this evil cabal. It's a lot of satanic rituals. The military is involved because the military is split. You have a good side of the military that loves America, loves its people, and then you have the bad side of the military that want to destroy America and want to use us all for a science experiment. So she is a victim and a warrior and an outspoken person that is traveling the globe, talking about her experiences and how she was used and groomed, and she names a lot of big political figures, DAs, judges, lawyers, congressmen, presidents that have all victimized her and tortured her. And she's a targeted individual, just like we are. In her second book, she has, relayed a lot of the things that she has done to overcome this and get this this curse off of her. She believes that she was cursed in the womb from the time that her mom was pregnant with her. And I don't know if it's a bloodline thing or if it's a family thing. I don't know exactly. Maybe it's people that are tied to, like, the Illuminati, higher-ups in the government, higher-ups in the military.
Secret societies.
It's almost like they sell their
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I think my dad sold me. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they sell their family members to be a part of this program, which I think is really messed up, because where is our free? We don't get any free will. Someone else makes that decision for you, but based on some idiotic group they joined.
A cult, yeah, that's what it says in the book a lot about free will, and no, Lucifer wants people to have no free will.
And it's so interesting. Yeah, it's so interesting that I've talked to people that will tell me that they don't have free will, that they're not able to swallow. They're not able to have free will in their own lives. So it's a big deal.
Wow. That's enough. If you want, I will read the back of the book for you. Do you have time for that?
I absolutely do. Yes, please read the back of the book, please.
Okay. So Laura trains both clients and caring professionals in a unique and powerful techniques that help survivors transform their lives. As the creator of the Worldwide Transformation Summit, she has interviewed over, 85 of the top global authors and motivational speakers in the field of transforming lives. But most of this stems from complex trauma and ritual abuse. All right, it says, if you have ever wondered that governments, military, kings and queens, deep state cabal, secret societies, satanic cults, witchcraft, and mind control have in common, this book explains them all and will put all the puzzle pieces together. You will finally understand what has been going on since the beginning of time. Using the Bible as many of the references, Laura shares her own experiences as well as a great deal of information you won't find anywhere else. This book takes a deep dive into the tree of life and the tree of death, explaining how the devil turns all God's teachings upside down, then uses them to run his kingdom. Essentially, this book contains information the secret societies don't want you to have. Laura was prompted by the Lord to write this very different book than she originally planned. He said it is important for people to understand why there are secret societies and what they are involved with at a global level. Secret societies include many groups, but this book addresses 4 groups especially: Satanism, Illuminati, military, and witchcraft. This book provides both survivors and professionals with information and hope. People want to understand what is happening in our world and why the deep state cabal has taken over almost every area of our lives. It is possible to get free. There is a part of you that they cannot harm, hurt, break, or destroy, only cover up. That is the truth that must be hidden from a survivor so they can be controlled. Laura is a survivor who shows others how to survive and thrive.
Thank you. That was super. I appreciate that. I'll give you credit for that on the recording. So
She has been tortured most all her life. She was forced to. She was forced by these evil people in power, including presidents and lieutenants and the higher brass, to eat out of a dog bowl wearing a spiked dog leash collar naked with her kids.
That's what they did with Kathy O'Brien. Yeah, that's a Kathy O'Brien deal. Same thing, yeah.
Yeah. It's disgusting. These people are beyond sick. And the fact that we're all slayed victims to this is just, it just blows me away. Every day I just can't believe that people could be that awful.
Yeah, but the good thing about the book is it says there's very few of them, and we could all get together and end it. So that's why we're doing this call and talking about the book and getting people to buy it and more people to learn. And once we get the darkness out to the light, the good light, not Lucifer's light, then we'll get this thing in hand and get it controlled.
Yes, we will. And she has, in her second book, she gives you a lot of, sorry, that's Mr. Rooster. Anyway, she gives, in her second book, the techniques to the healing, like tapping. He's going to do it again. Sorry.
It's actually pretty cool. Hey, Laura, did you see that bird in person?
Mr. Rooster, yes, I've met him in person. We have an understanding now, but...
Oh, is he the one that had a problem with your cat?
He's the one that beat me up. But let me tell you, Krista, she took him the other day, turned him upside down, cut his spurs. It was really hilarious. Yeah, he's a character out there.
Yeah, but I want to encourage everybody, along with everything else that's been suggested to you, to finance these people that are fighting against this evil cabal. And one way or another, they're coming down because there's a lot more patriots and a lot more people of God that want what's good for this country, that love America, that love the earth, and want what's best for everybody. These little people have no chance compared to all of us.
Amen, yeah. And
God bless America.
I'm patriotic. I'm not a patriot, but I'm patriotic for sure. And it's Memorial Day, and the debt ceiling thing was solved, so hallelujah. We can relax and have some steaks or hamburgers.
Amen to that.
Anyway, our next book in the TI Book Club is my book called The Faux Farm, that's F-A-U-X, by DJ Chris. It's on Amazon right now for sale, and I will put a link in this video with the purchase link so you can get it. It's the third book in my fictional series of my grandmother, and it's pretty interesting how she and the FBI play games with each other. Of course, my grandmother has never had anything to do with the FBI, but the grandmother in my fictional book does. So, and the funny thing is I only met my grandmother 5 times, so I really don't know anything about her. But my cousin tells me stuff, and then I put it in the book. Like, my grandmother owned a post office in a store with a post office in it, and I didn't know that. So I wrote that in there. And I wrote that she is a postmaster general, so she can snoop on people's mail and blackmail them. That's the fictional book. But anyway, it's called The Faux Farm, and it's available on Amazon right now. That's The F-A-U-X Farm by DJ Chris, and that's my plug for my new book.
Awesome Sauce. Can you read us a little you sent me a little blurb about it, something about Doc Martens or something. Want to read me?
That was San Francisco's retail on Market Street is ending, and the only store that stayed open was Doc Martens because nobody steals Doc Martens.
All right, you've got quite the imagination.
And the people that the people that work there are so tough that they're too scared to rob that place.
Oh, cute. Cute. I'll look for that on Amazon, I imagine.
Yeah, my book is on Amazon, but no, the boot thing is separate. But I just started studying boots because Krista said we needed boots on the ground. So I've been investigating boots because I want a pair. Because it got really rainy last time and my feet got wet.
Go with Docs. Telling you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get Timberlands with a coating on them probably. But I'm a Timberland type of guy. But I'll get the boots off sale in the summertime when they're on deep discount. But I like a pair of boots. And it rains so bad. It rains so bad. I actually probably need to get really high boots with a seal. It's just crazy. It was no rain and then rain all day for weeks. So anyway, that's your TI Book Club report. And now it's open mic. Anybody want to talk? Come on in. It's open mic. It's TargetedWest.com. This is DJ Chris. Come on in. Open mic.
Hello from St. Louis, Missouri.
Hello, Ann from St. Louis. How are you? How are you doing this week? Did you get any donations after we had our call?
None. 0.
Oh, that's too bad.
I was wondering if they somehow misspelled my PayPal address. So I was wondering if I could email it to you.
Well, you can put it on the call and people can donate after they watch it. Or do you want to do your phone number and you can screen people?
Yeah, I can do that.
Why don't we have you screen them through the phone number, and then if you want to send it to them on the email, then you could do that directly.
Okay.
Go ahead and give your phone number again, please, for everyone. And if there's any way you can help Ann in St. Louis, she had housing, beautiful place. Then she lost it and now lives in a hotel that has no refrigerator, no stove, nothing, no air conditioner. And it's going to be miserable this summer. So if there's any way you could help her, I would appreciate. We help people in the TI community. We've helped others before recently. It's time to help Ann in St. Louis. If there's anything anyone can do, go ahead, Ann, and give the phone number a couple times.
All right. You may call or text me anytime at 314-325-2394. You don't have to worry about waking me up because it has Do Not Disturb. It is a Google Voice number. There's a lot of similar services that offer voice over internet protocol numbers for anyone out here that is wanting a secondary phone number so they don't have to give out their work number or their private number. It's going to be a number just for TI stuff, or if you have a side hustle like you paint or you mow lawns, you can have that number. And then if it gets to be too much, well, you could just scrap it. So
we had somebody in the chat room said they tried the check method, but there's no way to get a check to you.
Yeah. I told them.
So you can only do it through electronic.
Yeah, because I'm not able to drive. And the thing with a check is as soon as you endorse the back of it, and the person hasn't got the funds to cover that check, well, then that makes you responsible for it. So that's why I really don't do personal checks. All right, I'll give my number again. It's 314-325-2394. I was forced out of my home 8.5 weeks ago due to gentrification. They thought they was going to have me gone a long time ago by calling on Adult Protective Services to be their ally, and that did not happen. because I had new ownership. I had lived in that building at that time for just over 4 years. It was June of 2022. New owner brought his new property management in, and right after the 4th of July holiday, they started a serious harassment campaign in on me. They called Adult Protective Services a couple times and filed false reports, and they thought they'd get rid of me that way. I hadn't done anything wrong. They just wanted more money because the first weekend of May, they had my apartment relisted because I was paying $550, which that's the going rate for that part of St. Louis. It's an older part of town. You can find a lot of apartments, affordable housing in that area. And then they raised it up to $775. And I checked today, and somebody rented it, I guess, because it's no longer on the site that I used to find apartments. So the whole time I knew it was gentrification. So,
I agree. That's happening everywhere, isn't it?
Yes, it sure is. A lot of homelessness happening. I'm wanting eventually to do a low income call. I was hopefully going to get that done.
You can do that now. You could talk about low income options. We have time.
Oh, okay. Reach out to
This is DJ Chris with Ann in St. Louis, and we're going to talk about low income and low cost options for a few minutes to help the TI community who we've all been asset stripped, and I could use some tips too. So go ahead, Ann.
Yeah, we could have a low income spotlight or homelessness spotlight. I understand Marcus is still homeless in his area, so I text messaged Frank something for him to look at that Frank put in chat. So that was good the other night to be able to reach out and help somebody else, even though I can't get him an apartment or anything. But what I sent hopefully will make a difference. Because I had Frank put it in chat for everybody, so it's going to be something good. So, yeah, I have to buy my own toilet paper and trash bags pretty much here. I mean, they'll give you some toilet paper if you ask, but it's not the best. And there's no air conditioning here, and they do not take electronic payments. And not being able to drive, I have to have somebody drive me because I pay by the week. So if there is an extra week during the month, guess what? Then that's another $140 I have to come up with. So I'm just trying to work things out the best I can. I reached out to the Family Support Division, and they still insist I'm not able to get food stamps, even though, according to the government, I am homeless and have been so since March 29th. And so I really do need like some kind of donation pretty soon, because I don't get my Social Security until next Friday. You know, if anybody wants to pay me a couple dollars to answer their phones or help with a hotline, I'm here. My phone works. I'm keeping that on. And that was the other thing, is they have just this whole gentrification has messed me up. I've got to find some kind of a little box. What do they call that? You worked in IT, Chris. What do they call that? Like a portable router? Is that the right word for it?
What do you need a router for?
Well, I have cellular data, but whenever I look up something in the Safari browser, my cell provider is starting to send me notices. They're saying I'm using too much.
Yeah, you don't need a router to use your cell phone. Your cell phone has data through the cell phone carrier.
Well, that's what I understand that part, but I need the router to give me Wi-Fi that I can get on so I don't have to use so much cell data, because I can't, this hotel does not provide any Wi-Fi at all. And I went into my Wi-Fi settings, and I guess they've capped off a lot of where you can get ambient Wi-Fi from, you know, the restaurant across the street when they go home for the night or whatever. Because this is the third time I've lived in this particular hotel. And the other two times I was able to pull in Wi-Fi from the restaurants next door. Because where I'm at is, I'm in downtown St. Louis. And there's a lot of restaurants and businesses around where I could pick up on their Wi-Fi. And then my phone company couldn't say anything. But I can't do that now. And it's a portable hotspot. That's it. So I'm gonna have to get one of those, because the phone company is starting to really get their panties in a bunch about me using too much data. So that means I can't go to any of my online classes that I enjoy. So I'm pretty much just stymied here. Of course, the perps love it. You know, I can't do anything. I can't have any air conditioning in here. They want me to provide my own air conditioning. So
it's cheaper to add data to your phone than to buy a router.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They said that I'm getting the most data I can. I don't know. I might call them up and ask to speak to somebody else. Because I don't know. I think they're giving me the, you know, telling me a bunch of BS. I mean, if I'm on an unlimited talk, text, and data, and they're sending me notices that says I'm using up too much, I don't know. Something.
That's screwy. That's screwy, Ann. Hello. I've
Hello.
heard of this. Hi, Ann. It's Laura. I've heard of this a lot from senior citizens where they're having a hard time with their service. They pay for it. They have unlimited service, but yet they're getting all the time. They're getting cut off, and they're doing this a lot to senior citizens. I've taken them down to Verizon before, taken them down to the store before. This is ridiculous. This is just a communication, I want to say, TI interference.
I highly agree with that. I'm 50 years old, and you don't have to be 50 and over to participate in the Affordable Connectivity Program, which is still going on. My cell provider does not offer that for their mobile service. I had the Affordable Connectivity Program when I had a landline and high-speed internet, but they don't offer it for mobile, which I'm having a hard time believing that also.
Wow.
I'm ready just to find a new phone company and tell them where they can get off. I don't know. So if anybody has any great suggestions for maybe a new provider, I don't know, or just something that I can do to get more Wi-Fi in here, because I have got to be able to go on Safari to check out these apartments. I have to. And they're saying that the two applications that I use that are using up the most data, I don't use them every day. They're vision interpreter services, because I have to be able to read stuff. So some of this also ties in with the Americans with Disabilities Act. And every time I'm trying to get something accomplished around here to better myself, all I do is run into walls. Oh, I don't know.
Pure Talk.
Q Talk? What do they do?
Pure Talk. Puretalk.
Okay. Thank you for that. What do they do?
That is a patriotic, American-loving company that provides excellent cell service, and Verizon and AT&T are behind our targeting, and so is mobile.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pure talk. Yes.
Okay. I will check them out. See if I can get a tablet, at least, or I can get Wi-Fi or something.
Yes.
And I got to have some more Wi-Fi around here. I mean, this is, and keeping me from being able to do my online classes. I mean, this is pathetic. I hope the owner, realizes what a problem he's caused for me. And I think he's bothered the other people in that flat, because when I moved out, it wasn't that long after I left that apartment back on March 29th, that because it was a 4-family flat, that everybody else moved out excepting one occupant that I imagine is still there until they can figure out a way to flush him out. Which I'd be fine, because he was one of my perks a long time ago. Well, I don't know, something weird's going on with that, so.
Thank you for your testimony, Ann. And could you give your phone number out one more time, please?
Oh, absolutely. It is 314-325-2394. Is it okay to give my PayPal address?
Absolutely. If people can donate directly to you, that would be perfect.
Okay. It is cradlingarms96@gmail.com. It is CRAD as in Delta, L as in Lima, I Indigo, in November, G Golf, A Alpha, R Romeo, M as in Missouri, S Sierra, 96 at gmail.com. It's in all lowercase letters. And that's about it. I mean, I can't thank you all enough for letting me testify on here and holding these calls for us all. Really appreciate it. So my interview that we did last week, did it get very many hits and help your show, Chris?
Absolutely. You were almost as popular as Karen Stewart, to be honest with you. You got 97, and she got one a little more. So yeah, you held your own. Trust me, you did pretty good.
How can you tell that the score that your show received was how much of it was from my testimony, how much of it was all of us making in concert together to stop a really big problem?
No, it was mostly for you. I'm sure of it.
So if anybody's homeless out there tonight, hang in there. There is help out there. I do have a referral code if anybody needs a ride on Lyft or Uber. And I have a DoorDash referral code if somebody needs one. They have it to where you can buy groceries and toiletries and stuff off the DoorDash now. They've had that for a long time. They got stuff for your fur babies. They got baby stuff you can buy. They have all kinds of stuff. Somebody clicks on that referral code, then I'll get some money and they'll get some money too. So I hope those can be helpful.
Can you say the PayPal address? CPAL is going to donate to you right now. Go ahead and say your PayPal address real slow one more time for CPAL. He's asking right now.
It's cradlingarms96@gmail.com. And will you spell it out again?
Yes, please.
Okay. That is in all lowercase letters. So that would be C Canada, R Romeo, A Alpha, D Delta, L Lima, I Indigo, G Golf, A Alpha again, R Romeo, M as in Mike, S Sierra, 96 at gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from people. Did me a lot of good to be able to help Marcus out the other night and help, well, actually everybody with that link that I sent. I texted it to Frank, and because there's no way I can put things in chat because the accessibility features that I'm still trying to work out. If people would let me go to iPhone class, so there you go. I'm trying to make things accessible for all of us by taking these classes and that. And every time I try to better myself, I just run into another brick wall.
I keep on trying like I had to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it took me 3 times to get this show right. I used to do videos before, but I erased them. They were horrible. It took me 3 times to get it right.
Well, here you are. Going to be a real big success. You got your
well, I'm 61 shows today.
61 shows today. Wonderful.
Yes, I'm on my 61st show.
Terrific. So hopefully the weather will not get as hot as they predict that it will. We'll have some nice cool breezes, and that'll help a lot. Yeah, that's a great idea. Looking for your boots, Chris. You know, during the summertime. That's why I bought things too. I started shopping for an air conditioner in the middle of February, of 2022. Because I mean, the way things.
That's what I did. Yep, we bought our air conditioner that I put in the RV to replace the other one. $137 and it's $6.99 at Home Depot.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
But now it's $600. It's no discount anymore. I got it off season by some luck. And free shipping. This thing's heavy.
Yeah. Oh, no kidding. They're very heavy. The one that I'm allowed to have is no more than 5,000 BTUs, which that's more than enough because this room, I couldn't tell you the dimensions of it, but 5,000 is going to do a really excellent job. If I could ever get a straight answer from real quickly, how many Missouri and St. Louis people we have? Because there's LIHEAP, that stands for Low Income Heat and Energy Assistance Program. They can offer to pay your gas and electric bills for the winter and summer months. And some offices offer fans and air conditioners. So I'm going to see I don't think they're going to give me an air conditioner. Just between us, because when they hear that I'm in a hotel, they're going to be like, wait a minute, you're in a hotel, how come your hotel's not providing that? So I saw in Facebook Marketplace today, somebody had 2 5,000 BTU air conditioners asking $80 for both of them, or $45 a piece. I tell you what, if I had the money and a way to get over there, I would have went and bought both of them up. Because this is a good time of year to get stuff like that, because people are getting out of the dorms and they're moving into some place that has central air conditioning, and they don't want to lug that thing with them, so they'll practically give it to you for a song in some cases, I imagine, just to get rid of it. Freezers, I'm seeing all kinds of great stuff.
pretty good information. It says there's low-income options for people who are targeted and not targeted with Ann and DJ.
Yes.
Anybody have any questions for Ann, or any more people need to get her vital information to send her a donation to help her out? Get her an air conditioner?
Oh, or just something to eat, or some toilet paper or something.
It's open mic. Anybody can talk. You are new. You're around for a while. Either way, the mic is yours. Come on in. It's TargetedWest.com. We have 10 minutes left.
Well, the time goes by so fast on here. The other ones, it really helps a lot. I'm glad I came back to the calls. Is anybody else on here that's dealing with homelessness or becoming homeless because of the way the housing crisis is? I'm really hoping, since I was dealing with gentrification, that since I had to file a HUD complaint, that I'll be able to, go after him, because I was told by a couple of caseworkers I probably could go after him because I was forced out of my home as a disabled person.
Open mic. Anyone want to comment? Well, be sure to check your account tonight, Ann. And don't forget, next week, June 4th, is moderator meeting. I sent invitations out to every moderator, and I think we're going to have 3 people, and it's not anyone you know. Or you might know. Well, you know Laura, but it's just going to be a beginning, just a small group of moderators, and then we'll hopefully have more moderators come in.
That would be wonderful. Wouldn't be able to have our calls without our moderators. Has anybody heard from Emerald at all?
I have not.
I emailed her a couple times and haven't heard back. But if I do hear from her, I'll let her know about the moderator meeting next week. That's great you're having a moderator meeting, because, like I said, I'm interested in doing my own call. And I can learn some tips as far as like some more of the technical side of like which platforms are proof. Well, I don't think there's 100% perpetrator proof ways to do a call, but I get some ideas at least on how to keep the riffraff down. All right, that's about it. Stay strong, everybody. We've got this.
It's open mic. Come on in. Laura, do you have anything to say?
Well, I love the cabin that Seth is sharing right now in the chat.
Isn't that nice?
Isn't that nice? Is it a cabin? What is it? Chicken coop. Oof. Well, from far away was my little cabin. Funny that it kind of looked like that. How are you, Seth? Cool.
My dad had a little beach place and he had to sell it because he went broke, but I would love to have a cabin.
Oh, I know, a little cabin to go on the weekends or something. Wouldn't that be cool?
It's open mic and we have 5 more minutes left on the recording. Any last comments before I shut the recording off? Any announcements, commentary, questions for DJ? Come on in. Of course, Laura will have her call after mine, and hers is, if you're watching this recording, Laura's call is after mine, and her ID for freeconferencecall.com is voiced, the number 2, heart, voice 2, heart. And you can check her out every Sunday after this call. She has a call, and she has some very good attendees and a very good number of people that come to see her. So it's very good, and people have been advertising it. So we're good to go. We have 4 more minutes left. Any commentary before I shut off the recording?
Well, I'd like to thank everybody that does advertise my call. I appreciate that. Because, I'm not savvy like that. So I appreciate Frank and Pax and Chris and Tranquility, and that would be tievents.org, and everyone that helps me. Appreciate, yeah.
One big nuclear family set together to work with our talents to solve this one day, or at least make ourselves feel better and get our lives back and try to ignore it, which is not easy to do. But I've tried it and it's worked sometimes. It depends on the mood you're in. You can ignore torture. But sometimes people get more torture than others, and I don't get zapped as much as other people do. People get zapped so hard it stops them in their tracks, and they just zap my foot a little bit. So I must be under the behavior modification program, because that's what my theme is. Whitey, why don't you send me an email at djchris@targetedwest.com, and we'll figure something out. We'll get it solved. No worries. I can figure something out. They are scared of me because I have the answer in my head for everything. Because they're easy to figure out in my head because they're repetitive. It's a theme. Law and order, sex, and death. Okay, my email is djchris, that's me, djchris, at targetedwest.com. Easy peasy. djchris@targetedwest.com, or you can go to targetedwest.com and click on email and send me an email. I get email quickly. That's djchris@targetedwest.com. If anyone has any comments or suggestions, or kind ones, of course, please send them my way to that email address. Thank you for watching me on YouTube, BitChute, or archive.org. Please like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends about this fast-growing call, and let's get moving to solve this targeting issue. And I don't think it can be done overnight, but I think if we have unity and a lot of people together on the same matter, we can get it taken care of by exposing it. You get exposed to dark and the evil, and they hide and they give up. They don't like that. So, okay, we're going to end the recording now. Thank you for watching on your favorite platform.